Hello, hello, hello. I am back in town. So, fair warning. I made a PowerPoint. I am absolutely terrible at graphic design, so I'd like to go ahead and apologize ahead of time. Oh no, ads. I forgot I have ads. Oh no. But I also kind of forgot I had my chat on the screen. But that's cool. It looks cool. It's pretty small. Uh, okay. Okay. So, I am Lyra Marlowe. That is me. Yes, that is my name. I got some mountains and some trees because I'm an adventurer and I like to go on adventures. So, yes, it's very bad. Rebel, I hope you don't suffer too much from my terrible graphic design skills. So, as I said before, my name is Lyra Marlowe. I am an undead ghost spirit like thing. What I am exactly, I cannot properly describe because I don't even know. I know I died and now I'm here. My hair is a different color and I don't get hurt nearly as easily as when I was alive. So that's a plus. And my birthday, August 28th. The best ghosty goo. Yes, yes. I am the best. Birthday is August 28th. So, right at the beginning of the school year and all that. That's always been fun. My profession is adventurer slash bounty hunter. The bounty hunter thing is just part time. I don't really do that a lot, and not nearly as much as I used to. Life is indeed overrated. Being undead is much more fun. I am 5 foot 5 inches. Also, that translates to 165 centimeters. I used Google on that. So if I'm wrong, blame Google. And I am 25 years old at the moment. By the end of the month, I will be 25 and a half, technically, since February 28th would be my half birthday. I speak fluent English and I can understand quite a bit of French and Spanish, surprisingly. And I've got my model creator up here. I'm hoping to get a different one eventually because while this one is amazing, I feel like I could use a better outfit for sure. But look at my outfit. I got a nice jacket. Very nice jacket. Mhm. Definitely nice jacket. I could probably show you a little better with just doing this. Like, yeah, I got a nice jacket. My jacket is so cool and very detailed. I am very happy with how detailed it is. Yes, of course you're looking at the jacket. Why wouldn't you be looking at the jacket? And it's got little dingly strings. Just the jacket. Yes, yes. Totally. I believe you. But I also have, I guess I can kind of dance. I can sway my hips. But I got some nice boots. My boots are pretty nice. They look pretty cute. Also nicely detailed. I should probably come back down. It's very high up here. Whoa, that was high. I don't like being that high. Just a little dancey dance. Yeah. I like that. I like that my model can do that. I only learned that like a month or two after I got the model. So, uh, we should probably move on to the next slide. Oh, I'm a little too tall for this one. Hang on just a sec. Wait, I can just do that. Yeah, that works. And let me just move y'all over. Wow. You know, I'm just gonna make y'all invisible on the screen for the time being since it won't show very well on these next few slides. So the things I like staying up late. Yes, I love staying up late. I'm usually up till around like I want to say 2 a.m. I think that's my average, so that makes sense. I also like music, including pop, alternative, rock, and so on. I actually have a few artists I like on the next slide. I like aesthetically pleasing patterns, unlike, uh, you know, this PowerPoint. It is not super well done, but I tried. I tried my best. I also like sweets. That goes for pastries. It goes for uh, fruits. It goes for a lot of things. I really like sweets. They are delicious. At least I can read. You can read the text. Yes, I made sure to keep the text black and have it. I don't know, but all the slides are going to be kind of like this, but with different colors. It is not going to get better from here, except maybe the last slide. I like the last slide, and I also like trying new things. Yes, yes. Like making this PowerPoint, that was pretty new for me. That's why it sucks. I also like spooky themes because spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. No, no, I shouldn't do that. I might get copyrighted. But I like spooky things and I like relaxing. Relaxing is nice sometimes when I get to. I don't get to very often, but I like to when I can. Things I don't like. I don't like snakes. They're little slithery bastards. If you like snakes, stay at least 3 snake lengths away from me. Please. I'm begging you. Stay away. I also dislike certain bugs. Some of them are cool, but there are a few that I don't like at all. Lamias. Okay, that's a different story, but also they might eat me, so I think still no. There's too many artworks of lamias eating people. Just regular artworks, not I swear I don't look at that kind of thing normally. Anyways, I also don't like bullies. If you're going to be mean to people, don't. Just don't. I just heard my water bottle pop. But I also dislike doing graphic design. As you can probably tell by the quality of this slideshow. I greatly dislike graphic design. Beal. That is not a word I ever expected to read. Ever. Why would you put that word into the world? I'm glad it's not visible on stream. Because, that's terrifying. Anyways, hobbies and music that I like. I enjoy singing. La 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 la. I will frequently just randomly break out in song on stream and likely get copyrighted a lot. I am going to try to work on that. But actually, speaking of singing, I think I should show you the other thing I've created because it is most definitely related. I made my own stage. Hang on, let me move over just a little bit. Look at how awesome this is. I have people cheering for me. I got a mic. I got a screen. This is pretty cool, huh? This is going to be so much fun to use whenever I finally figure out how to do a karaoke stream, because that'll be fun. Okay, I should probably switch back. Oh, let me get that off of there. And maybe I should be smaller. The black screen back there? Oh, that's just me just having a second screen, because why not? But my next like is baking. I love baking. My most recent culinary creation was kind of a mix of baking and cooking. I made some souffle pancakes, and they were delicious. Because how do you go wrong with souffle pancakes? I mean, you can very easily go wrong with souffle pancakes. Souffle anything, for that matter. They go flat so easily. And next thing on the list, writing short stories. I've actually already written quite a few, and I've also written a few fan fictions as well. I am not telling what my username is on AO3 or Wattpad or any of that, or Quotev, because that one's a nightmare. That one was a long time ago. So many grammatical errors. But it got popular anyways, surprisingly. I'm also not going to tell what those stories are because I don't want anyone looking them up. They are embarrassing, extremely embarrassing. But I'm gonna try and write some better ones with original characters. So they're actual original stories. Hang on, my Tamagotchi is yelling at me for no reason. Scold him. Anyways, back to it. Yeah, Rebel, you know at least one. I do have a talent of making you curious. I enjoy it quite a bit. It's fun to make people curious and then not satisfy that curiosity. And next thing on my list is petting my cat. Currently, my door is closed, so my cat can't actually come in. But now that I'm streaming from home, he will likely make an appearance every now and then. You might even get to hear him meow. Someday. Not today, though. I like watching shows, reading, and playing video games. More on that in the next slide, because that goes much further into detail on that. Music I like. I like Disney songs. Pretty much any Disney songs. Like, mainly, I guess, the kitty's name is Blue. His name is Blue. Because when he was just a little kitten, his eyes were blue, but they're not anymore. But, you know, we just let him keep the name. But yeah, Disney songs, AJR, the people who did Bang, and several other really good songs. There's Confetti. They have a song called Ghost that's on my uh, top songs of 2023 playlist on Spotify. Ryan Mack, he has several songs on my 2023 playlist. And 5 Seconds of Summer. They are. I once heard a rumor that 5 Seconds of Summer made a deal with the devil so that all of their songs are great, but they themselves are not recognized often as someone's like favorite band. I know they're not my favorite band, but I do really enjoy their music. Some dude went on like a whole tangent about how 5 Seconds of Summer made a deal with the devil. So there's that. Also, My Chemical Romance and Panic at the Disco. Because, everyone's got to have an emo phase, Why can't I have one? I will have one. I do have one. It just never went away. Also, here we are with fandoms, games, animes, and so on. So, where to start? Mhm. I tried to keep a lot of the colors kind of calm and not like super bright so that it doesn't, burn your eyes. And so first item on the list is Homestuck. If you don't know what Homestuck is, I recommend either asking Flora, asking me in DMs later, or well, maybe don't Google it because there's going to be some weird stuff that comes up. There's also Persona 5 because I haven't really played any of the other games. But I do really love the style of Persona 5, so I likely will try to play the other Persona games eventually. I also enjoy Black Butler. I enjoyed that show. Quite a bit, actually. So, next thing was Creepy Pasta. That was actually one of my very first fandoms that I was ever in. It is what I wrote my first fan fiction for. And writing, like on paper, I wrote a short story for Creepy Pasta that resulted in me getting called to the counselor's office at school. I got in so much trouble. I I had no idea why. I was like, "What? How did you guys get that? I threw it in the recycling bin and my name wasn't on it. How did they know I wrote it?" Some mother trucker was digging through the recycle bin and pulled out my short story and either had watched me write it or they knew my handwriting, and I'm not sure which was creepier. And then the next thing on the list has been Hotel. That's something I actually watched the pilot several years ago when it came out, and I've been wanting and craving more ever since. So the fact that it has an entire first season now makes me really happy, and I've been forcing several of my friends to watch it, and I've already watched it multiple times. I have no regrets in doing so. It's it's a great show. All the songs, the character designs, their personalities, everything is just fantastic. I mean, Adam's kind of a douche, but apparently that's a common portrayal for him. Next is Corpse Party, which I have already played before on stream. I've played, I believe, the first two chapters of the main game. Then there's Agatha Christie, who is a murder mystery novelist, and several of her books have been turned into video games, so it is likely that I will play those on stream as well. There's also South Park, which is, well, who doesn't know what South Park is? There's also two video games for South Park, and I own both of them on Steam, so those being played are also a possibility. Then next on the list is Death Note, another one of my firsts. I actually have a physical Death Note, which I guess isn't as common in the fandom, because every time I see someone with a Death Note cosplay or something at a convention and we get to talking and I mention it and they're like, "Whoa, how'd you get that?" And it's got all the rules and everything written inside too. And it even came with like a feather pen to write in it with. But of course, I've never written in it. It's I don't really want to ruin its value. And it feels like it'd just deteriorate a lot in value if someone were to write in it. It's even leather bound. Thank God for internet anonymity. Yeah, that's kind of the point of being a VTuber. Yep. Next is Agretsuko, which is a very angry hard rock, like metal, red panda. I believe her show is on Netflix, and it is actually a really cute show. Basically, she's a workaholic who gets really stressed out with her day to day life and vents it through metal style singing, which is not the kind of thing you would expect from such a tiny little red panda. I even actually have a pillow with her on it. And I think she's actually a Sanrio character too. So she's hanging out with freaking Hello Kitty and all that. And Kiromi, I think, is actually one of my favorite characters for Hello Kitty. Man, I should have added that one to the list. But next is Liar's Dice. What Liar's Dice is you have 5 dice. All the other players also have 5 dice. You all roll them, and only you can see what your dice are. And everyone makes a guess as to what they think. Um, like if you have 3 5s on your dice, you could guess that there's a total of like 5 5s throughout the whole group. And if someone calls someone else a liar, they have to check everyone's dice. And if they were lying, they lose a die. But if they weren't, the person who called them out loses a die. And it keeps going until everyone but one person has lost their dice. It's actually a game played in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, which is how I got into it. Man, I should have added that one too. And Indiana Jones, since that's kind of partially what inspired me. But I didn't think to. Shame on me. Next is Supernatural with Sam and Dean and Castiel. They're awesome. Then Lego Ninjago. I haven't seen the show in forever, but I still remember it very vividly. It was one of my favorite shows when I was growing up. I think Cole was my favorite character because he had black hair and he was the Earth Ninja and he was just so cool. And I was kind of going through my like emo phase, as everyone does. I'm still waiting for that phase to pass. And then there's Steven Universe. It's colorful, it's fun, it's got a wonderful storyline to it, and the music is awesome. I've actually sung a couple of the songs at karaoke gatherings before. There's also classic 80s movies. I'm talking freaking Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'm talking Princess Bride. I'm referring to a lot of those kinds of movies. I love all of them. I haven't seen an 80s movie that I didn't like. I also like the Shirley Temple films. All of them. I used to have them all on DVD, colorized, and it was awesome. I would watch them all the time, but I don't know where they went. It was just a massive stack of DVDs, and they're just gone. There was at least 20 movies in there. I wish I knew where they were. DVDs, if you're out there and you can hear me, please come back. And next, I like musicals. I like Dear Evan Hansen, mainly modern musicals. I haven't listened to a lot of older ones. But I've listened to Heathers the musical. I've listened to Dear Evan Hansen. I've seen uh, that one Hamilton, and a lot of other similar ones. Oh, Be More Chill. That one's a good one as well. Next is Hitalia. I like the representation of all the different countries, and I like how it actually teaches history pretty accurately, too. It's a good lesson, a good way for probably kids to learn how history went about from the perspective of the Axis powers. The movie doesn't count because it has aliens, and aliens, well, they apparently do exist according to the United States government, but there was never a massive alien invasion that took over the entire world. But I do still like that movie. Next is Kira Kira Pretty Cure a la Mode. It's a magical girl show about, well, all of them represent pastries and an animal. So there's this girl who's like a pudding and a squirrel. So her animal ability is, I believe, jumping around really fast, like squirrels do between trees. And her color scheme is just based off of flan, pretty much. But hey, she's pretty cool. She's one of the better characters. And my goals, there is get a new character model with a better outfit. I've already been picking out images to show a artist what I want for a new outfit for my model, and I've been looking into a different artist so that I can actually get a different style model that I think might work a little bit better for me. Since this one, when you turn the head too much, it looks like I have either my hair is poofed up in the back or there's just nothing above my ear, which I don't like. But hey, overall, I do love my model. Another goal of mine is to write my own song. That's going to take a while because I can write lyrics just fine, but I need help with the music part. Next goal is to improve my public speaking skills, which I'm already doing by just talking with you guys now. I've never done technically a just chatting stream. It's always been video games. It's always had other people there so that I would have someone to talk to directly. So being able to just talk to you guys is a big improvement for me. I also want to improve my Spanish and French skills. I can speak a tiny bit of Spanish, but I can understand a lot more than I speak, and I know my pronunciation is garbage. Especially same for French. I can introduce myself and I can understand some things that are said to me, but that's about it. I wish to improve that a lot. And my fifth and hang on, let me move over just a little bit. There's nothing there. You don't need to worry about that. My fifth and final goal is have fun because that's what it's all about, right? Having fun on the internet with all the coolest friends I could ask for. All right, let me, next slide. Questions and comments. Maybe you should worry about that, but not right now. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions, comments, concerns? Any additional information you might want to know? I don't have like a specific color that represents me. So I just kind of went through the whole rainbow going through the slideshow. I thought it was kind of cool. But I do also have one more slide for after. So if you guys do have any questions or comments, please ask now or forever hold your peace. Hmm? Hmm? Hmm. I'm not hearing any questions. I'm going to take a sip of my soda real quick. Most important question, tea or coffee? Uh, honestly, I think coffee for me. As long as it's got enough milk in it and just a little bit of sugar, it's great. There are some teas where you can't put milk in it, and I prefer the creaminess. So overall, I just like coffee better. I can see how that's a very important question. Any other important questions? Also note that my answer is probably different from Hella's. So, because she's a different person. She's not me. Also, coffee keeps me awake. Yep. Hang on, let me show the chat box so people can see. But you're only not putting me on the cross because you like milk. That is fair. But anyways, the final slide I have prepared, I prepared in case anybody asked about my sexuality? And the answer is I'm pan. This is bright as hell. When do I plan to stream? I actually plan to stream tomorrow, and I'm probably going to try and stick to the around 7 p.m. time whenever I do stream. And let me just move over here because there is another part to this. Yeah, I do plan to stick to around 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on average. The only time it should differentiate is when I'm doing collabs with friends, which I don't think will be too terribly often because starting out, I want to try to get into the habit of just streaming on my own. I just think it'll be better that way. It'll make things easier. And there is one final part to this in case anyone was going to say it. I do plan to try to make a consistent weekly schedule. I should be able to now because I now have a more consistent schedule for work. So it should make it a lot easier for me to do so. Sex with pans is not valid. That's a different kind of thing. I think it's called like objectophilia or something. Something along those lines. But I mean, I guess it is valid. It's not something that hurts anybody. So if that's your kink, go for it. But that's not mine. I think I'm good. Also, tomorrow I will be streaming, and it's going to be one of 3 games. Most likely, it's going to be Chapter 3 of Poppy Playtime because I've been really wanting to play it, and I did already get a small spoiler. Also, if you're just looking at the stream, you can't see this. Only my mods can see this right now, and I'm gonna have to deny it, but that is actually factually incorrect. That is not the scientific name for that. But, you know, it's kind of bright in here, so I think I'm going to, move around to here. See, much better. Let me just make myself a little bigger. There. Now nice and comfy. And still with the strange uh, intimacy with pans thing going on. Are there any other final questions before I end the stream? Because this is actually already a bit longer than most most debut streams that I've seen, which I'm actually pretty happy about. I've been trying to work on streaming longer than average because previously I believe it was around 1 to 2 hours at a time, but that was only because I had to leave quite often after finishing stream so I could drive home. But now that I stream from home, that's not an issue. It should be a lot easier now. And let me see if I can pull up the names of those other games. Okay, so a few games on my list to play. I have Borrow Hill Curse of the Ancient Circle. It's an old point and click horror game and kind of mystery game. Another game I have in store is, well, Pal World. It's been getting really popular recently, so I've been kind of wanting to check it out. I want to see what all the hype is about. What do people like about this Pokemon Digimon ripoff? I also recently got Project Zomboid. I've got several Homestuck related games, and I have the new Chapter 3 of Poppy Playtime as well to play. So this upcoming week, Pal World is great. That's good to know. I am kind of looking forward to playing it. I haven't made my account yet. I've been trying to avoid it until I'm actually playing it so that I know that uh, I won't play it before I can stream it. I'm trying to restrain myself. But yeah, I've got quite a list of games ready to go, ready to play. So this upcoming week and next week, I will be streaming on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, and I'm going to try and expand from there. For now, I am going to go ahead and say goodbye. It was nice streaming for you. It was nice properly introducing myself, and I will be also uploading this debut to YouTube so that it can be seen from there at any time in case anybody missed it that wanted to see it. It's just the right thing to do. So, until next time, goodbye. Welcome back to me, and goodbye from the stream.